On tonight's show, we were at an event held on campus honoring Hispanic Heritage Month. Andrew Meehan sits down with RJ Dewar, president of Eastern's Males Club, a major score for college athletes.
This is the next step in modernizing what we do for our student athletes.
We take a look at the NCAA's vote allowing college athletes to profit from endorsements. And we have highlights from all around Eastern sports, including men's soccer's senior night. All of this tonight on the October 31st edition of ETV News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Connor O'Malley.
And I'm Julia Florence. Thank you for joining us. Last Thursday, Eastern's Organization of Latin American Students hosted their annual Latin Fest in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. ETV News' Armando Ramirez has more from the Student Center.
I'm here at Latin Fest, an annual event celebrating Latin American culture hosted by OLAS. OLAS members volunteer their time to provide several different foods from all over Latin America, such as pupusas, arepas, tamales, and many others to share with students on campus, as well as information about their respective countries.
We're here celebrating OLAS and Latin Fest. Most importantly, we have 9 countries today representing. Myself, Christian Rodriguez, I'm part of the e-board as public relations, and I'm representing Ecuador and Argentina. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have countries from all over the place. Great opportunity for students to come out, try new culture, new food, and yeah, just bringing diversity to the campus overall.
OLAS puts on a variety of events throughout the year for students to come and learn more about the diverse landscape that is Latin American culture.
I'm currently the president of OLAS, which is their organization for Latin American students. We're in charge of basically spreading awareness about Latinx culture at Eastern, and we're really passionate about working with our communities and giving back to our communities.
Eastern's Latinx Sensation was also present to enrich students' cultural knowledge about Latin dance through performances to bachata, reggaeton, and more.
Latinx Sensation was kind of created to promote Latinx culture because when we looked around and saw the different dance teams, there wasn't really something that kind of fit, Latin culture or, Hispanic people. And we really wanted to create something where really anyone, whether you identify as Latinx or Hispanic, can come and kind of enjoy that culture and just bond through music and dancing. So anyone can really come and join and be together.
Latin Fest is an annual event held every year, so if you missed out this year, you can always try the next year. Reporting for ETV News, I am Armando Ramirez.
Former pro football player Raymond Adams traveled to Eastern on Tuesday to share his story and speak with students about the lessons he has learned over his life and playing career, including being the first member of his family to graduate from college. Adams gave students tips they can use every day to motivate themselves.
You understand that your mental programming comes from your mother, your father, and your environment, then you can understand that all I have to do is change my mindset. And it doesn't matter if I'm big, tall, strong, beautiful, have golden locks, or any of that. What matters is the mindset, and if I can control that, I can have success as a leader.
Throughout Adams' athletic career, he was a 3-time All-American in football and a national champion in track and field.
Last Sunday, Eastern's Financial Aid Office hosted a FAFSA Day in Webb Hall. The event gave students and their parents the opportunity to get help from office staff on filling out the FAFSA form along with their student loan applications.
This past Friday, Eastern's Friday After Dark hosted an event titled Are You Ready?, based off the popular television show SpongeBob SquarePants. Students had the opportunity to travel to Bikini Bottom and participate in various activities. Attendees played eels and escalators, ate Krabby Patties, and designed pirate flags, as well as other nautical nonsense. The next Friday After Dark event is tomorrow, where there will be a lip-sync battle in the Betty Tipton Room from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Tomorrow at noon, the Eastern community will be introduced to the new university's new website. The page will be tailored to prospective students, showcasing the school's academic programs, athletics, and services. Special features will include live social media feeds and mobile-friendly functionality To check out the site tomorrow, go to www.easternct.edu.
Residents of high-rise and low-rise came together on Webb Lawn Saturday to get into the holiday spirit. There were games, food, and pumpkin painting for students to enjoy and to allow students to get into the holiday spirit. When we come back, we have another edition of ETV News One-on-One, as Andrew Meehan recently sat down with the president of Eastern Males Club, RJ Dewar. Stay with us.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe. Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother ya?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Meehan recently sat down with RJ Dewar, president of Eastern's Males Club. Take a look.
Welcome back to ETV News One-on-One. I'm Andrew Meehan, and tonight I am joined by the president of Males, RJ Dewar. RJ, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
So tell me a little bit about Males.
Okay, so Males, it's an acronym. It stands for Men Achieving Leadership, Excellence, and Success. A community-based organization. We were founded on Eastern's campus in 1997. We do professional development events. We do social events, things, fundraisers. So we do a lot of events on campus. We also promote brotherhood. We're all male club. We're inclusive though. Females can join. There's a females chapter that they usually go to. But for males, we have in-house retreats where we build brotherhood. We have meetings every Wednesday at 3 p.m. where we dress up in professional attire. So it's really about preparing us for after college, and it's really a networking opportunity as well. I've met so many people through Males, whether that's on campus, off campus, through alumni, through administration. One of our advisors is Walter Diaz. He's the vice president of student affairs, so he's a great resource on campus. So it's really a lot that comes with joining Males. So it's really a great opportunity if anyone wanted to join.
So how did you get involved with the club, and how did that eventually turn into you becoming president?
So my freshman year in high school, let's start with that, all I did was play sports. And once I realized that I wasn't going to play sports anymore, I was like, I need to get involved on campus, whether that's getting a job or joining a club. So I lived in Burnett Hall my freshman year, and I saw a Males flyer on the wall, and I said, wow, that looks like something I'd be interested in joining. So I went to the first meeting, and I kind of fell in love with it. There's a lot of professionalism. There was this public speaking, the ability to connect with people and their members I saw from the executive board that really intrigued me. So that's why I joined Males my freshman year. In the spring semester, I was able to join the e-board because the opening came, so I was a community service representative. So I got experience of the behind the scenes of planning events, planning meetings, whether that's making the agenda, creating community service events like going to the soup kitchen or going around with a mantic cleaning it up. So they gave me a lot of experience. So I always knew that I wanted one day to become the president. So my sophomore year, I ran for vice president and I lost. And I got put as sergeant of arms, which is the lowest position on the e-board. And it really woke me up, and it made me realize that I wasn't this hot thing where I came in as a freshman, I'm like, all right, I'm high, I got an executive board position, I'm in Males, I'm involved, I can be VP. But once I lost, it made me realize that I really needed to focus on myself and realize that I'm not anything yet. You know, I still need to work on my craft, whether that's leadership, planning events, being on time management. So that really taught me a lot. And so my junior year, I was able to be vice president. I was VP, this was last year. That taught me a lot as well. And now I'm president this year. So I think just working my way up through the e-board really helped me out because I was able to be about 3 or 4 different positions, and it taught me a lot about the ins and outs of what we have to do.
So what are the overall goals and objectives of a club like Males?
I would say the first goal is to prepare you for life after college. I think that we do a great job of professional development, whether that's resume reviewing, public speaking, how to network, no matter what field it is. So I think that's one important thing you get out of Males, and also just a family. I think all the people that I hang out with are mostly from Males, people that I still talk to that are graduated, people from Males. So it's really a support system of Males. I think that as men, we really don't have a safe space to talk about our problems, our feelings, things that you're going through in your lives. And I think Males is like an outlet for that. So I encourage any male that's on campus to join because it really is a safe space for you to be who you are and be yourself.
So why should people here on campus join a club like Males?
I think that we offer a unique opportunity to meet new people. I think that our alumni, the people we have in the room right now, can do so much on campus. We have RAs on our e-board, we have student workers, we have people involved in other clubs. So it's really a networking opportunity. If you want to look for something that's maybe in your field or something that you want to do on campus, it really is a great networking opportunity. And also just meeting people that can maybe talk like you, can dress like you, interested in the same things. I know sometimes coming to college, and when I came to college, I probably knew like maybe 4 people, and that's counting my twin brother who goes here. So I think that it's an opportunity to meet new people. If you don't have the same interests as us, we can help you find a club or organization that does have the same interests as you. But really just meeting people where you can have a conversation with. You know, I think that, like I said, when I first came to college, I didn't know anyone. So when I joined Males, that was my support system. Whenever I needed anything, whenever I wanted to hang out, whether that's go to Hurley, go get some food somewhere else, or play video games, whatever it is, that was my outlet. And I think a lot of people on campus may not have that opportunity or may not know about the opportunities on campus. So I encourage people to come to Males to find those opportunities.
Once again, I'm joined by the president of Males, RJ Dewar. RJ, thank you again for your time.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Students interested in joining Males can follow the club on Instagram at Males_EasternCT to keep up to date with all their latest news. I'm Andrew Meehan. Now let's send it back to Connor and Julia.
Thanks, Andrew. Still ahead, we take a look at the vote now allowing college athletes to profit from endorsements. Don't go away.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him, he's gotta come home with me. Now I'm anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly he's all pure love.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Julia Florence.
And I'm Connor O'Malley. The NCAA is making a change to allow student athletes to make more money from their endorsement deals. That's traditionally been limited because the organization wanted to preserve the amateur nature of college sports. But NCAA leaders voted unanimously to change that on Tuesday, saying the organization should move with the times.
The working group has been working for several months to present us with a set of recommendations to help guide us in modernizing the rules and regulations that we have at the NCAA. and we're excited about being able to do that. So we voted today to really encourage our members now to begin the process of considering how they're going to modernize the rules of each of the divisions, 1, 2, and 3, to allow student athletes greater opportunities to monetize their name, image, and likeness. We think it's the appropriate thing to do, and we're looking forward to it.
There will be restrictions to maintain enforceable and balanced competition. The 3 divisions have until the end of January to come up with their own rules. The decision comes a month after California voted to allow college athletes to profit from endorsements. A number of other states are following suit, and there are also 2 proposals on the federal level.
Many people have praised the NCAA for taking action, including NBA superstar LeBron James, who took to Twitter to express his happiness with the NCAA's recent proposal to allow college athletes to profit from the use of their name, image, and likeness. James tweeted, "It's a beautiful day for all college athletes. Going forward from this day on, thank you guys for allowing me to bring more light to it. I'm so proud of the team at Uninterrupted bringing focus on this, and to everyone who has been fighting for this fight. Not a victory, but a start."
The girlfriend of a missing woman's estranged husband was back in court last Friday. Michelle Troconis is facing tampering with evidence and hindering prosecution charges. Her case centers around the disappearance of Jennifer Doulos, a mother from New Canaan. She disappeared in May after dropping her 5 children off at school. Troconis and Fotis Doulos, Jennifer Doulos' estranged husband, both face charges surrounding the disappearance. They have both denied any involvement in the case. On Friday, Troconis' attorney said they need more time to go over the state's evidence. A judge scheduled another hearing for December 6th.
A new lawsuit was filed against Juul, escalating the controversy surrounding the popular vape company. A former executive claims the company shipped out 1 million contaminated e-cigarette pods and refused to issue a recall or give out a safety warning. The former executive also says Juul wanted to sell expired or nearly expired pods. He said one was fired for raising the alarm on safety issues. According to the lawsuit, former Juul CEO Kevin Burns fostered a culture of silence at the company. The company is also accused of disregarding the well-being of customers, many of whom are teens and young adults. Juul called the claims baseless and said the employee was terminated for not meeting leadership expectations. Burns has not yet responded to CNN's request for comment. The lawsuit comes as vaping continues to raise concerns across the country. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports 1,604 confirmed cases as of October 22nd. Confirmed deaths has risen to 34 cases.
A big drug bust thanks to a dream team of cute drug-sniffing canines who did their job well. State police say they stopped a U-Haul truck on I-95 in Darien Friday and found 420 pounds of marijuana. You heard it right, the number was actually 420. The driver and passenger are under arrest. State police tweeted, "When something didn't smell right, the big dogs were called in," with a picture of the 4 dogs sitting next to a pile of bags of marijuana. The dogs are part of the statewide narcotics task force. The suspects are charged with possession of marijuana with intent to sell. They are held on a $100,000 bond each.
When we come back, Jarrett Soltis will be here with a look at recent games from the men's soccer and field hockey teams. Those highlight next in sports.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that after 75 years, Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Joe, spotlight on this last one. There it is.
Keep going with it. Leo! They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
back, everybody. I'm Connor O'Malley.
And I'm Julia Florence. We're joined here now by ETV Sports' Jarrett Soltis. Jarrett, good evening.
Connor and Jewel, we had another exciting week in Eastern sports. The field hockey team was in competition this past week against LEC opponent Westfield State. There you see Eastern Connecticut field hockey getting ready to take on Westfield State down at the turf last week. Early on in this game, Bryce McCool is going to find Kira Valentine, and Valentine's going to swing around and put that into the back of the goal for the Warriors as they took an early 1-0 lead. Then just a little while later, Morgan Santon, she's going to slice through the Westfield State defense, get her back of her stick on it, and into the bottom of the goal as Eastern took a commanding 2-0 lead early on in this game. Take another look at that one as Sanson does a great job of slicing through the defense, gets her stick turned around and flicks that into the black part of the goal as Eastern looked strong early on. Then Westfield State was going to respond as the ball bouncing around in front of the Warrior goal for a little while. It's going to end up finding the stick of Shannon Roycroft, and she's going to put that into the bottom right-hand corner as Westfield State would respond in a good fashion. Then off the free hit here, it's going to be Kira Valentine again, but this time she's going to find Sydney Hogan, and Hogan's going to be able to muscle that past Westfield State's goalie. Great goal there by Hogan. Then let's flash forward to the second half. A defensive half it was for the Warriors as Westfield State was on the attack a number of times in this half. As this time they're going to try to get the ball past Kira Integlia, but she's not going to have anything to do with that. And a little while later, they're going to be on the attack once again, but Amy Smith comes out of nowhere. She's going to tap that one out of bounds. And then once again in the fourth quarter, Westfield State on the attack again. And this one's going to be hit in front of the goal, but Kira Integlia is going to say, no, I'm going to kick that one out of bounds. Eastern will go on to win this game 3-1. They move to 5-11. Sydney Hogan a goal, her third on the year, while Kira Valentine had a goal, her fourth, with 1 assist. After the game, ETV Sports' Ryan Gable caught up with one of the goal scorers for the Warriors in that game, Sydney Hogan. Take a look.
Ryan Gable of ETV Sports here, joined alongside junior forward Sydney Hogan after her team's 3-1 win over Westfield State. Sydney, thanks for joining us. Now, you had a big goal today, again, your third goal of the season in that second quarter. You know, what was the kind of the mindset trying to get in that goal with all that traffic?
I mean, I just pushed it to cage. We haven't really been having a lot of goals this season, so we've been really determined to keep scoring goals and pushing the ball up the field. It's a must for us so far this year. And
again, it was a big goal in such a big conference game. So how do you feel getting that goal?
Oh, it's a big goal. That just motivated us to just keep going for the conference. We really want to get into the tournament this year, so I feel like we just need to keep pushing it on cage and keep scoring goals and keeping it hyped up.
Yeah. And especially speaking of the tournament, you have one conference game left, and that's on November 2nd against Fitchburg State. So what's the team going to need to do in order to qualify for that tournament?
We're just going to have to keep having a positive attitude. Like I said, our season hasn't gone as we planned it to, but I feel like the team has kept our attitudes very positive, and we're just going to have to keep pushing it to cage, play a lot of offense, and just score some goals. Goals win games.
All right, thank you so much, Cindy. And that was Sydney Hogan after the team's 3-1 win over Westfield State.
The Eastern Connecticut State men's soccer team was also in action this past week as they took on the Rams of Framingham State on senior night in an exciting non-conference matchup. There you see Captain Jackson Toomey getting his team ready for action down at the turf last Tuesday night. Also goalkeeper Kyle Buta getting some early warm-ups in against Westfield State. It was set to be a good one this past Tuesday on a rainy Tuesday night. Early on in this game, Patrick Adjum is going to be on the attack. He's going to be taken down rather awkwardly here, and that's going to warrant a whistle and a penalty kick for the Warriors as Brian Nardizzi, he can't believe it. He's going to spike the ball down and discuss. And while Patrick Adjman was the one to draw the foul, Emmanuel Adjman, he's going to come in, take the PK, and he's going to drill it into the bottom right-hand corner of the goal. So the two brothers working nicely there together to get that goal for the Warriors. Emmanuel Adjman, that is, 6 for 6 on PKs this year to lead the team. As you see the squad there embracing each other and two brothers talking a little bit of strategy going further into this game. Then on a throw-in from David Noel, ball's going to be bouncing around a little bit. It's going to end up finding the feet of Patrick Adjman. It's going to hit off the top crossbar, but then here comes Andres Mayuri doing what he does best, cleaning up the mess, just like we saw him do a few weeks ago against Keene State. So the freshman Mayuri with an impressive goal there to give Eastern a 2-0 lead. Then just a little while later, Justin Jensen on the attack. He's going to find Will Toomey. That's going to deflect off goalie Jake Harthorn and into the bottom right-hand corner. And Toomey, usually known for his defense, was letting everyone know, hey guys, I can do it on offense as well, as he gave Eastern a 3-0 lead. Then after a goal from Framingham State, Danny Shaler is going to be on the attack here. It's going to be a deflection off the Framingham State defense and into the foot of Max Parent, as Parent just had to tap this one into the goal, and the senior Parent on senior night getting a nice goal, as you see his teammates embracing him there with fellow teammate Jackson Toomey. And after the game, festivities were underway to honor the 7 outgoing seniors on senior night to celebrate their 4 years at Eastern Connecticut State men's soccer. Truly a nice sight to see down at the turf, as Eastern would win this game 4-1. They moved to 15-2. Emmanuel Adjaman a goal, his 6th on the year. Andres Mayuri a goal, his 7th on the season. After the game, ETV Sports' Andrew Meehan caught up with senior Max Parent on a special night. Take a look.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Rick McCarthy Field. Andrew Meehan joined alongside senior Max Parent, fresh off their 4-1 victory against Framingham State. Max, what a special night for you guys tonight. Not only is it your senior night, you guys are 9-0, undefeated at home. You had a goal tonight. How much of a special night is this for you and the rest of your seniors on the team?
Oh, it's a huge night. We're obviously happy to win always. Big goal, but honestly, we're not done. We got a lot of work to do. A few big games next week and the week after that, so got to keep working.
So it looked like everybody got a piece of it on the offense tonight. You as well, you had a goal. What do you think worked well for your offense and your defense tonight going against a team like Framingham State?
They're pretty good going forward, actually. That's something that you can't really forget about them. They're always pretty good going forward. In the back, they're a little shaky, and we really exploited that. We have really good, quick interplay, and that worked out really well for us. Most of our goals were just a few quick passes and then a ball across and nice little finish.
So you guys got Plymouth State on the road this Saturday, and then after that, you guys will be back here for the semifinals in the Little East Conference playoff contention at Rick McCarthy Field. But going back to Saturday, what do you guys need to do in order to finish off the regular season on a good note on the road?
We just got to keep working. I mean, we got a great group of guys. Everybody's motivated. Just got to keep working. I mean, the ceiling for this group is really high, and I don't think we reached it yet, so gotta keep working.
All right, senior Max Parent, fresh off their win against Framingham State 4-1.
Some other news was stirring around in Eastern sports this week as well. The women's soccer team welcomed in Brandeis College last Saturday, where they suffered a tough 2-0 loss. The women's volleyball team traveled up to Coast Guard Invitational last Saturday, where they suffered a tough 2 losses, losing to WPI in match 1, and then being taken down in straight sets by host Coast Guard Academy in match number 2. The field hockey team ended up splitting games this week. Following their impressive win against Westfield State, they were taken down by Mount Holyoke 3-0 this past Tuesday. While cross country was not in action this past week, both the men and women's teams will be competing in the LAC Championship at UMass Dartmouth this Saturday. We wish all runners the best of luck. With the basketball season just around the corner, the preseason polls is out for both men and women's. Both Eastern basketball teams sit atop their respective polls. Should be a fun year to watch for both teams for sure. The World Series, a staple in American sports throughout the last 116 years, crowned a championship last night as the Nationals and Astros faced off in a deciding Game 7. As you see there, Jake Marisnick getting the ball in, and Daniel Hudson, he's going to strike out Michael Brantley to end this one for the Nationals as they take home their first World Series title in franchise history. An exciting scene there for sure as the fans back in D.C., they were loving it. As you see GM Mike Rizzo and manager Dave Martinez lifting the Commissioner's Trophy in pure jubilation last night as the Nationals fans in Houston were loving it as the Nationals are your 2019 World Series champions. Chevrolet MVP went to lengthy right-hander Steven Strasburg after posting a 2-0 record with a 2.151 ERA. After the game, Strasburg shared his thoughts on how he's reached the pinnacle of his career. Take a look.
Through all the adversity, I think I've learned a lot about myself, and when you have the ups and downs, I think you can learn just as much from the downs as you can the ups, and I think everything happens for a reason, and I think I've really just become a stronger pitcher through all the adversity that I've had to go through.
That's all for this week in Eastern Sports. Connor and Julia.
Thanks, Jarrett. Well, that's it for this edition of ETV News. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
For Director Anthony Grancelli, Technical Director Kyle Smith, and all of the ETV News staff, I'm Connor O'Malley.
And I'm Julia Florence. Thank you for watching. Good night.